Okay, guys. So in our last class, we had seen discussing about the Ansible, right? What is Ansible and why we need Ansible to learn, and what are the benefits we'll get out of that, right? So what we'll learn today, and also we had seen how to install that one and create, our inventory file and all. So today we'll see how we can work on the inventory in more in details. Okay. Also, we'll see how we can work on the multiple environment, multiple nodes. So I have actually created, let me show you, two two more servers. Okay, two more node I have created. So I have the control machine. So the control, what is the control machine? Where your Ansible is installed, right? Where is your Ansible is installed? That is your control machine, or you can say that is the master machine, master node. Okay, where your Ansible is installed. So if I go there and check, I have two more nodes, okay, created separately. One Ubuntu node, another Amazon Linux node. That's why, guys, whatever I was telling, right, we are discussing in our last class. So Ansible, when we are just automating the things to do the continuous deployment or configuration management, what we need, we'll not be working on one or two servers. We'll be working on multiple servers, and that servers could be on different flavors, right? Different domain, different operating systems, like could be Ubuntu, could be Linux, Amazon Linux, could be CentOS, could be Windows, right? It is different machines. So how we can connect those machines and how we can deploy our applications with the configuration management. Those are the details which we are going to learn today. Okay. Now let me show you. I have this machine created. Okay. So if you see here, I have three machines running. One is the master machine, and the rest of the two are the node machines. Okay, let me just, it's taking little time to get loaded. Let me just click it this. And we have, if you see here, see, I have three machines running. One is the node machines, or sorry, one is the master machine or the control machine, and the rest two are the node I have given, and node one and node two. So node one is the Ubuntu machine, and node two is the Amazon Linux machine. Okay. Now, what I need to work on these two node machines, right? So what we have to add, guys, these two machines IP address or the domain name, I need to add in the inventory file. I need to add in the inventory file. Okay. So where our inventory, first let me log into the Linux machine. Okay. To the master. So let's first log into the master. I'll just log in quickly to the master. And then it is Ubuntu @ So I'm into my Ubuntu machine now. So what I can do, let's go to the, where is the default folder? Default folder is the etc Ansible, right? So this etc Ansible folder, we have this particular files, all the configurations and inventory files are available. So this ansible.cfg, we already have worked in our last class yesterday, right? So this inventory file, let me just open this inventory file. As it is under root, we need to act as sudo vi posts, right? Hit enter. So here I have copied two IP addresses. These three, let's copy. Okay, I already have copied this two, one, and other IP address is the this one. And guys, this node 2 is Amazon Linux, and this is Ubuntu. Okay, so two IP address I have added it here. So what we can do here, let's save this file. Okay, what I can do, if I just execute to check whether master can reach to the node or not. For that, we have already added the private key file in our configuration file, right? The private key which is required to log in to the respective server. To the respective server, we have added it here already, right? One second. Yeah. So we have already added this here. Now, what I can do here, if I just simply, if I just do simply ansible -m ping all to check whether Ansible master can able to reach to the node machines or not in the inventory file. So if I hit enter, okay, so here you can see it is unreachable for one IP address. For this IP address it is unreachable. However, for this IP address it is success. You can see success. So you'll get a result of ping pong if the connection is success. Ping, answer is pong. Okay, and it gets, you could see here it is success. That means with Ubuntu user, when we execute, it's got success to the Ubuntu machine. Yesterday we are checking with Amazon Linux, it did not work. Then we shared the key and then we started doing that one. Right now, yesterday we stopped there. Now I'll show you how we can work on the inventory file. That is most important, guys, to establish your inventory file, to work on to manage your inventory file is most important. Okay, now you can see here, when I just do ping to the available server in the inventory file, it is giving not reachable, unreachable to 1 and success 1. Why it is unreachable? It says with Ubuntu IP address permission denied. So Amazon Linux user ID is EC2-user. So how we'll do that, right? Let me show you in the things first. What I can do, we have to modify the inventory file now. So let's do that. Sudo vi host file. So here one is Ubuntu machine. This IP address is the Ubuntu machine, and this IP address is the Amazon Linux machine. Right now, what I can do to make sure it is working perfectly, right, on any users. So what I can do here, I can just use Ansible_user equal to Ubuntu. So this, when we try to connect, even we do root user also, it will act as Ubuntu, right? The same thing, we can write it here as Ansible_user as EC2-user. EC2-user, right? Let's see. Save this one. Now if I do same command again, ping all, see what we can see? Both are now success. So the first one is connected using EC2-user, and the second one connected with Ubuntu. Specifically like that, whatever server you are adding, you have to make sure what user you want to connect. You have to pass in the inventory file. So how you know what kind of variables you have to pass it, right? That's most important. That's why I always say, guys, so always follow the documentations, right? Always follow the documentations. So let's go, if I just go to the Ansible user guide, right? Whatever I had shared you yesterday, just go to the user guide, right? Here you can find building Ansible using command line and all this, right? So what you can do here, simply go to the building Ansible inventories, the first one, right? Building Ansible inventories. So all these things you have to go, this much labels are there, or chapters are there, you have to go with. So first let's make our inventory, perfect inventory, to work on that, right? So let's go to the Ansible inventories first. Here we have lots of things to know how we can work with the inventory. First is, it gives us how to build your inventory, then working with the dynamic inventory, okay, and then how we can just using the patterns to find it out, right? Let's just click on this inventory basics and format. So all the details you'll find in these documentations. It's a very used document, right? You can find all the details here. Now let's go slowly one after another to make you understanding better how we will just want to work on this. So the basic format, whatever I was just showing you, here we have, this is the host default inventory file. So what is the default inventory file of Ansible? If someone asks you, you can say hosts, right? Host, and that should be, this particular path should be mentioned in the ansible.cfg file, in the ansible.cfg file, right? If I just search for inventory, where our inventory? There are lots of inventory. It's better search with hosts. Yes. So here we have the inventory file. We have specified hosts. If I specify something else, suppose I will specify my inventory, something like my inventory, right? Or any name you can provide it. Now let's save this one. So what will happen, guys? If I execute the ping command, see what it says? Unable to parse my inventory because it's not able to find it out. Remember, whatever things we configure in this file, Ansible first check this configuration file and work accordingly. Whatever setup we have done. In the inventory file, we have set up now my inventory, but this my inventory doesn't exist, right? So if I just create a file called my inventory, okay, let's do cp, okay, sudo cp hosts to my inventory. I copied everything hosts to the my inventory, right? Sorry, it's sudo, sorry, not sudo p. So my inventory file is now copied. If I just check here, we have now my inventory, right? If I just to execute here, the same command again, it will work. Because now, see, it worked, right? What did it did? The Ansible, as per the configuration file, the Ansible now treating this file as the inventory file, not this one, right? Now this file is being treated as inventory. So like that, you can create your own inventory file based on your name and requirement. So you can set it up there. Okay. Also, that is the one way to set up in the configurations. If you dynamically pass any inventory file, you can just use -i option, okay, and pass the file like this. So what will happen? See, what did it just took this hosts file. If you want to pass multiple inventory files, just you can give inventory here. Sorry, it is my inventory, right? Not inventory. It's my, the file name is my inventory. See, it also will work like this. Okay. Now let's clear it out. We change the inventory file name. Let's work on the inventory things. Now you would have seen, right? I have just added only single IP addresses there, right? Single IP addresses. Single IP addresses, right? Now, here you can also do grouping, as I was saying before, web server and DB server, okay? And here also YAML file format and different file format also you can use it. This is a simple text file and this is a YAML format. If you want to create your inventory file in the YAML format also you can do like this, okay? This is the default grouping here. Multiple groups, how it's it, DB server, host, EST, Western, production, tests, see, all this. Now, see, all these files you can do it. Also, we can set up a range. Let me show you this one. We can set up a range. Suppose I just want this particular first server is my UI server, right? UI server. So I can create a group like I can just give as UI server, something like this. And the second IP address, I'll make it as, suppose DB server. Suppose DB server. Okay, you can make as DB server, UI server and DB server. So the number of servers you have, you can put in the UI group, and the number of servers you have in the database, you can put it over there. Similarly, you can group multiple groups based on the server types. Okay, now how will work on this? Suppose I'll do ansible -m ping all. So what will happen? It will ping all the groups, all the servers. If you want to ping alone for suppose DB server, what we'll do is just ping as DB, just type the DB server here. See, it just pinged only one server based on the group we have specified, the group name we mentioned it. Like this, it will work, guys. Okay, now we had some ideas. Now let's see how we'll put a range in the group, right? That is what it is mentioned in the file, but let me show you. Suppose I have multiple UI servers with a different name, right? Suppose I'll give it as and suppose I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. I have 5 UI servers. One.com, suppose one server, and another 2.com, 3.com, like this. But how I'll put this range here? You can just put a range.com here. Suppose I have 5 servers, I can have 1:5. Okay, so it will just ping all these, or it will just work on all the servers starting from 1 to 5. This is what it is mentioned here. This is what it is mentioned here. Okay, now let's go ahead and save. Let's see if it is working or not. Suppose I'll give the UI server, ping UI server. See what it did? It pinged the server, which is success. That's fine. And it also pinged all the rest of the server, 1, 2, and just 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, all this it pinged. All are not reachable because this domain is not valid, right? Not reachable. This is how you have to place on the inventory file. Let's see what else we can do in the inventory file. Passing multiple inventory sources, which I was showing you -i option, right? You can pass -i options and you can do it like this. You just go through this, okay? And okay, so I was talking about I was passing the users and the port and connection type, whatever you want to put it. You can just use, see, IP address, Ansible connection type, local or SSH, Ansible user. So you have to pass the Ansible, what type of user you want to connect, or what type of port, Ansible port. See, Ansible port, Ansible host, Ansible port, Ansible host. So this is another type of writing. Suppose I'll write it here. Let me just modify this to focus this one. Okay, here what happened? Let me delete this as this does not exist. What I'll do here, first let me give this as UI app server name, suppose UI, or I can see FinServe, okay. And what I can give, you have to just give Ansible underscore host equal to, put this IP address here and put this Ansible, you should open to there. Now I don't need the first one. Let's remove this one. See what happened here? I just create an alias here, alias name, right? Ansible, sorry, this is a spelling mistake. Not Ansible, it's Ansible, right? Sorry. Ansible underscore host, this one. So now what happens here? This is the alias name. Let's go there. Let's ping now. See what it did? It pinged the alias FinServe. Okay, it's pinged the alias FinServe. So this is how you have to make it. Okay, it's up to you how you want to design, how you to maintain your inventory file. That's why I would suggest you guys go through this inventory format and make it handy. and just learn it through practice. The more you do practice, the more you learn, right? That's about the inventory thing. And we saw how inventory things and how connectivity we can do that. So in our last class, like yesterday's class, I was showing you how you can manually connect to the master and node machine, master and node machine. So we can do manually sharing the public key of the control machine or master machine with the node machine in order to get a connectivity between master and node. But that is not feasible, guys. If you have more than 100 servers or more than 10 or 15 servers, what will happen? You have to manually just log in and copy the, right? Either you can use SSH copy to copy the key files to the respective file, or you can log in to the server and paste the public key file. That is not feasible if you have more servers, right? So how you can do? You can simply set up the key file under the configurations ansible.cfg file, so that we don't have to manually unnecessarily log into the server and paste the public keys all the time to do the connectivity prior to the connections or executing the playbook, right? So this is what all about the inventory stuff we worked now. Now let's talk about Ansible playbook. Talk about Ansible playbook. So what is Ansible?
I have one doubt actually.
Yeah, please.
So in the inventory, you have mentioned that PEM file for since you are using AWS EC2 instance. If you are using local machine, so what we have to use?
Local machines means your on-premises machine, right?
Yes, on-premises.
On-premises machines, you have to provide the server name, no? You have to provide the server details. Suppose here, okay, let me show you that one. So suppose I have this, as he said, like I have mentioned the IP addresses, right? As we got the EC2 instances. What happened, what you can do here?
No, not in this. Actually, I'm talking about that ansible.cfg file is there, right?
Yes.
In that, you have mentioned that PEM file, Ubuntu tar.pem file, right? So since you are using EC2 instance, that all three are having the same PEM file. And if you are using on-premises server means, what you have to mention over there?
Okay, that's very good question. Whatever, that's why I'm just opening this file to show you. Okay, here you have to specify the key file name also. Suppose you have one on-premises server. Suppose I have in sir, suppose on-premises, on-prem. This is the server name, and you suppose, let's put it here. There's a very good questions. Okay, now suppose here the IP address, I'll little modify this IP address. Suppose 23. Okay, this is a different, this is on-premises IP address, Ansible host, and Ansible user. Suppose some user, you have to write it here. Okay, the username, suppose Ranjit, right? Here you have to specify the certificate file. How you'll do that? Let me show you. See, private key file used to SSH. So you have to use Ansible SSH private key file. These are the, see guys, these are the connecting to host Ansible parameters, behavioral parameters. So what I used already, Ansible host, Ansible user. So for SSH connections, you can use Ansible SSH private key file. Copy this one, okay? Paste it here, equal to, give the file name from Ubuntu /abc.key, suppose, right? ABC key. Now, if I just save this file and execute, what will happen? This will connect to the server based on the configurations files, key file setup, and here based on the Ansible private key file setup in this. Now, is it clear, Ibrahim?
Yeah, we have to mention that node machines private key here, right?
Exactly, node machines private key file. node machines private key file. Otherwise, how it will connect? Okay,
Yeah.
node machines private key file.
So if you have 10 PCs, 10 node servers, we have to mention like all the 10, right?
Exactly.
Individually.
That is yes. So as I said, like this is what you have to do it. If you have similar 10 servers with the same key file, then for you have to specify in the ansible.cfg, then it will work for 10 servers. If you have 10 different key file, 10 different key file, then you cannot set up in the ansible.cfg file, right? What you have to mention? You have to mention it here itself. Got my point?
Yeah.
So all the 10 servers, you have to specify 10 different Ansible SSH private key file. Okay, this is how you have to work. So is it clear, guys?
Yeah, Manjit, like in the config file, that ansible.cfg file, so most of the things are commented, right? So it will be usually like that, or
It will be whenever you install the Ansible first time, it will be like that all the time, usually. So everything would be commented. So you have to uncomment the stuff or write your own stuff there in order to work. So when I just opened the Ansible file, right, CFG file, Ansible.cfg file, everything you could see, everything would be
commented.
commented. Only
Yeah.
I uncommented this line because I want to use this one. Then I uncommented the hosts line because I wanted to use that one, right? I wanted to.
Yeah, and then inventory also you uncommented.
Exactly. This inventory
Yeah.
file, I'm just checking. Oh my God. Okay. 1 second. Yeah. 1 second, guys. So this is how you have to do that. And the first time, whenever you install it, everything will be commented in the inventory file as well as in the configurations file. Everything would be commented, right? 1 second, guys. I'm getting a call. What I'm going to do now, let's discuss about the playbook. Okay, let's discuss about the playbook. Now we are clear about the Ansible inventory, right? How work with the Ansible inventory and everything we are clear about now. Now let's work on the Ansible playbook, right? That is most important. So what is this Ansible playbook? So playbooks are one of the core feature of Ansible and tell Ansible what to execute, and it is used in the complex scenario. So as I said in the before, the key terms of the Ansible playbook consist of the instructions of the task which needs to be executed on the node machine, which needs to be executed on the node machine. So the playbook contains the set of tasks which task needs to be executed. And remember, playbooks are written in the YAML format. So YAML format is very easy syntax to use it in the YAML format, right? And it contains the steps which the user wants to execute on a particular machine and these are the run sequentially. That is what I told you. Each playbook is a collection of one or more plays. The plays, and there can be more than one play inside a playbook. Okay. So this playbook contains more than one play inside it, or the more than one task inside it. Now let's see here. If you see the diagram, simple connectivity diagram here, we have this playbook on the master machines, right? We have one play, we have various tasks, another play, we have various tasks, and these are the modules which needs to be executed on the target machine, on the node machine. Okay, and this is very simple one. Now let's do a small demo. Let's do a small demo here. Okay, for that, what I can do, I'll show you how we can write it. Okay, how we can write this one. Now, okay, let me connect it back. Let it out. So let me create one playbook first. Suppose I'll create a playbook like some test playbook. Let's create a file called demo.yml. This should be YAML file, right? Demo.yml file. And as you know, the YAML file should start with 3 dashes in the top. Now, what we have to do, you have to specify the hosts. You have to specify host where you want to execute this play, where you want to execute this play, hosts. Okay, and you have to give the host name. Suppose for our case, it is UI server, or I want this thing to be done in the DB server, in the DB server, where you want to execute it. Okay, now if you see here, become true. Become true means you want to make it the as root teacher, or become true means change the user to become as the user is getting executed. And then we have to execute some tasks, right? Let's do that. Either you can write become here, or else not a problem also. If you don't write become, let it be written here, become true. And then you have to write the tasks. What are the tasks you need to execute? Okay. And for that, suppose I just want to use the one task. Suppose I'll give a name as I'll give as install. This is a definitions. Install git. Install git. Okay. Then you have to use the module. Which module you want to use it? I'll use, suppose, yum module. I'll show you how to get the module details. Okay, yum modules. And for this yum modules, we should have the name. We should have the name. Okay. Now let me show you how we can use these yum modules. How you can use these yum modules. How will do that? We have this Ansible module sections. We have this Ansible modules. Built-in modules. Okay, Ansible built-in modules. See how many modules. See these are the list of modules available in Ansible, and you have to use these modules alone. These are the inbuilt modules, and you can create your own modules, own script to be executed also. So most of the companies, they write their own module, own script. You can write a Python script, or you can write one shell script, and that you can use as a module. So you can create your user-defined module also. But first, let me go with the inbuilt module, and most of the time you have to use this inbuilt module. Okay, this inbuilt module, I was talking about the yum. Why I need yum, guys? Because the DB server is the Amazon Linux server, right? And the Amazon Linux server, the package manager name is the yum. So that you have to also should have some system knowledge in order to identify what command you need to execute. Or you can Google it, which details you need for this particular server. Now, suppose for imagine Linux, I need the yum package manager to install the application, So what I can do, I can just search for the yum module, search for yum. See, we have this yum module, manage packages with yum package manager, right? Go with this yum module. How to use this module, everything it will be specified here. The requirement for yum modules, these are the parameters you have to specify in the task file. What we have to do, allow downgrade. If you want to downgrade any installations, you can do this one. Auto remove, bulk freeze, cache only, disable, exclude, and all these things, right? Now let me show you the bare minimum things what we need. We need the name. Okay, so alias, we need the name. So what name we have to provide it? Name means you have to specify the package name. You have to specify the package name. So the package name, let's specify name. Package name is Git. Package name is Git. Like this here, the package name we have given Java, right? Package name is Git. So I want to Git to be installed. Git to be installed, right? Now what I can do, what you have to do, you have to need install Git. Then what needs to be done? Then you have to follow the other parameter. So other parameters state whether to install or not. State equal to present, right? Similarly, it is given the state equal to present. Why present? So here, guys, you have to choose carefully. What are the parameters and the value you have to choose it. So whether to install, if you want to install something, then you have to choose accordingly the value. For the state parameter, you have to pass present, installed, or latest to install any application. Either these three things you have to install it. For remove, either you can use absent and removed. So here it has given more details about that. So for present and installed will simply ensure that the desired package is installed. And with latest, will update the specified package if it's not of the latest available version. Be careful whenever you are using this latest. Suppose you have used only some few lower versions, your applications are running on the lower versions. If you use latest, what it will do? It will update to the latest available version, which will impact your system. Okay, be careful when you are using it. Absent will be removed. Okay, here the choices, whatever you have to give it. So let's do that one. What I'll do, state colon, I'll just mention it as present. Got it? Simple one task I'm going to execute on the DB server, under DB server. Okay, so what I can do here, let's save this. Okay, I think I opened with the normal user. I think, let me copy this. It should be sudo vi demo YAML. So let's paste it in here. So now you are clear how you have to write the host where you want to execute, become true, become the user. Now task, these are the tasks which you need to execute. This is the only single task I just updated here. I'll show you how you'll add multiple tasks also, right? Now let's save this file. Let's save this playbook, right? How you'll execute this playbook. Now let me show you. There is a command called ansible-playbook, then provide the playbook name. Here in the documentations, how you'll find it out. That's also to know, right? So if I just go here to learn about, okay, these things, we have, let's how to build building with inventory. And here using Ansible playbook, one documentation, right? Just click on this. See, Ansible playbook syntax. You have to use the document wisely. Okay. Working with playbook syntax. Just go with that. This is what I just wrote it. This is what I just wrote it. Any user want to provide, you can just give the remote username, root, Ubuntu, UCT user, whatever. You can specify that. Here, multiple tasks given here, right? Host name, this task here, task we have given multiple tasks already. See, these are the multiple tasks over there. Now, what happened here? We have given name. This is C. How many plays, guys? In this example, we have. This is the playbook. We have 2 plays here. We have 2 plays. One play, this one with 2 tasks. Another play, this one with another 2 tasks. Okay. Now let me show you this example in details, and also we'll go with this documentations also, right? How we'll execute this playbook. See, Ansible playbook and the playbook name, right? Let's do that. Ansible playbook. Then playbook name is demo.yaml. Hit enter. See, it's executing the play on DB server under the DB on the DB server. This is what the task. See what happened here? It gave the task. The first task we had given, install git, right? And it is just got this IP address of DB server, and it installed the server and the DB server. And it you can see okay to it changed one. That means it is installed, one is installed. If I execute the same playbook again, see, last time when I executed, it gave us 1, and this time it's giving us 0. That means already the package is already installed. So it did not install once. So you'll be asking question, right? If somebody executed the playbook again and again in the production, what will happen? It will not do anything. It will not do anything. If it finds the required up-to-date package is already installed. So how Ansible gets all these informations? How Ansible gets all these informations? We can see for every task, what it does, it gathering some facts. It gathering some facts. What is this facts? Before getting and taking any action against the server, what it does, it gets all the information, the facts about the system. What are the things are installed, what are the things not installed based on the task we have specified. First, it will check whether Git is installed or not. If it is not installed, it will install. If it is already installed, it will ignore. It will ignore it. First, every play you would see, first it will check the it will gather the facts on the system, and then it will execute the task. This is how it works. Okay, now let me add one more play on this playbook. One more play on this playbook. So how will add one more play? The syntax, whatever guys I'm giving here, make sure that the intendant, right? Whatever the intendant you are providing are up to date. Suppose here under host, we have 2 spaces, means you have to provide 2 spaces. Okay, let me show you. If you get the intendant, there is some issue because this is written entirely Python. The Ansible is totally designed and written in the Python. Python is intendant sensitive, right? If you add and give some extra space, extra tab, extra spaces, and it will not work. Let me show you the example here. If I just give here the state, right? Let's delete one space here. wrong. I put it here, right? Now let me save this file. If I just execute this demo, it will throw error. See, it will throw the syntax error. It says appending line appears to be here on this task. Error conflicting action statement yum state. Now what I have to do? We have to fix it. Don't get confused if you're getting error. Make sure that you might have missed some intendant. Make sure that all intendant are correct, right? So let's give a space here. Now it's corrected. If I now execute it here, it will work fine. See, it is working. Okay, so that's why I told you guys, if you whenever you are doing the practices or exercises at home, don't get confused or don't get scared like you are getting lots of issues and all. Make sure that intendant whatever you are writing are up to date, right? Similar. Otherwise, it will throw error. Okay, keep in mind. Now let me add one more play here. I will add. I'll just add hosts. Suppose UI server. I'm just working on the UI server. Let's become two tasks. The tasks I'm giving the name as this is a name, right? The definition instructions you are giving. So install Apache server, UI server. Suppose I want to install Apache server there. Okay. Now the module. So UI server is our Ubuntu server, right? For Ubuntu, what is the package manager? For Ubuntu, the package manager is apt-get or apt. So let's go to the module there. Okay, search for apt package manager. So apt module, right? Apt package manager. Go for that. And the same parameters you will find it here also for apt package manager, right? So you have to use apt colon. Then you have to provide a name to it. Name. So which package you want to install? Which package you want to install? Suppose for Apache 2, for Ubuntu it is Apache 2. For yum package manager it is STTPD. STTPD. For Ubuntu it is Apache 2. Okay. Now state colon present. So I'll go colon present. Now let's save this one. Okay, let's execute the playbook. Let's execute the playbook here. Okay, so it is demo. Push enter. See, first it is getting DB server, gathering facts, installing Git, and here again it gets the UI server, finserv, right? The alias we had given, and it is installing the Apache server. It is installing the Apache server. So we have written two plays with two tasks in the playbook. Similarly, you can write multiple plays on the server with multiple tasks based on your project requirement. Now we can see on this server, nothing has changed because Git is already installed. And here in the finserv, we have changed one. This means Apache server is installed there. Let me log into this particular server and see whether Apache server is installed or not, right? Suppose what I do, let's log into the, sorry. Let's log in, I think this is the one which we made, this Ubuntu server, right? Let's log into this server here. So I logged into the server now. let's check whether Apache server is installed or not, right? So for this, I think Apache home path will be, let's check whether PS I can give. No, Apache, okay, user has been Apache 2. Apache is not running now. So how we'll do that? We can do systemctl start Apache 2, the service name, but it should be under sudo started, right? Now, if I do status check of Apache 2 status, so now Apache is running. Now Apache is running. Okay, so what we can do now, if I just go to this server, IP address, hit enter, we'll get this Apache 2 server here. Apache 2 server. This is how you have to just work on this, right? And here, this is where the home page of the applications. If you want to modify it, you can just directly go there. Okay, modify it. Suppose it will be, once it is installed, it will be var ww. This is the path where your index HTML cd var ww HTML. This is the path where your index.html will be there. This is the default index.html. This is what getting this application, right? Now you can add your own application. Let me rename this index file and we create our own index file. Okay, our own index file. Let's make it sudo because it should be. Let's create our index file sudo vi index.html. I'll quickly create one simple HTML file with my little knowledge on HTML. Okay, make it center. Center, suppose I'll add h1 tag hello ansible. h2 tag, I'll give one h2 tag here. Welcome to my class. Something like this. Okay, saved it. Now what I do here, if I just go ahead and refresh this page, see what it says? Hello, Ansible, welcome to my class. Got it? What is this happened? We simply installed the Apache server through Ansible and deployed manually by editing the index file. Now what we'll do both configuration and deployment automatically through Ansible. How we'll do that? Let's first copy this index file to our local machine. Okay. Suppose this index file cd desktop vi index. In my laptop, I'm going to keep this index file, okay, so that I can copy this one. No need to write it again and again. Copy it. Okay, let's log into the Ansible server. I'll connect it to the Ansible server back. Okay, let's modify the playbook to automatically deploy the application. One second, guys. So how we'll do that? What we can do, we have to modify that and to do automatically deploy that. So if I just opened our application, if I just opened our demo.yaml file, let's open with sudo. Here what we have done, we have simply installed the Apache server, nothing else. We did just configuration management. Now what we can do, we can copy our index file from local machine to the node machine, right? Where it is stored to the node machine, right? So what we can do here, not local machine, it should be under remote machine, right? Let me just do that. vi index.html. Let's keep it here. Sudo vi index.html. Okay. Now, what is this? Let's go to the demo file. So before that, let me first uninstall the Apache server. I'll show you for again installing and then deploying, right? What I can do here, to remove that, what we have to do, we can write absent, present to install, absent to remove. Hit enter. Now if I execute the playbook, right? Ansible playbook demo. So what it'll do, see, the first one, nothing will happen. DB server installations of Git is already there. So what it'll do, it will just remove the package which was installed. So Apache now remove. So if I go here and refresh, it will not be there because see, the Apache server itself has been removed, right? Has been deleted. Now, what we can do here, let me modify the script again, the YAML file. Here, I'll just add present, again installing it, and I'll add one more task here. I'll add one more task, and that should be name equal to deploy the HTML file, or we can simply copy the HTML file. In your word, whatever you can write, copy the HTML file. To do that, what we can do next, we have to use a module. That last time we used yum module, here we used apt module. Now for copy a file from the master machine to the node machine, or to copy a simple file, what we can use the copy module. I will get this, go here, check for the copy module. See, copy module, right? Get the copy module here. How we'll do that, everything is given. So what you need, we need the source and destinations. We need the source. What is the source and what is the destination? Now destination is the path where you want to put it there, and the source where the file is available. What is the source? Here we have the remote source also, the remote machine where you have kept it, you can get it that, and you have the source here. Now let's put this everything, source and destination, right? So I can give the source as where it is under etc ansible, ansible, we have index.html. This is the source. Then destination, dest, you have to type dest. These things you can find it here, right? Dest, destination, dest, the path required, remote absolute path you have to provide, right? Now let's play. So where you want to copy for Apache server, once it is installed, the default path, or the path where the deployable path is var www.html. This is the folder where you want to copy. And we have, while copying, you can forcefully copy. We can change the directory mode also. We can change the mode of the file, right? Everything. how you want to make this, right? All these things you can do. So you have to just see the parameters as per your requirement, you have to provide it. Now we need these basic things. Copy this index file to this. So from source to destination. Now save this one. Save this one. Okay. Now let's execute the playbook. So here we got the error. Here we got this error. Can anybody tell what error we got it? Let me open this file. Quickly watch and quickly see this and tell me what error we got it. Why, what issue? Can find it? Let me tell you. We said to use the copy module, but where we specified the module name here? We have not specified the module name, right? We simply specified the parameter source and destination, but we did not specify the copy module. Let's first specify the copy module. So we have to write the copy module. This is what is given here, right? The copy module. This is the module what we have to use it, copy module. And here it has also, see how you have to use it also given here. Remember guys, here I am using simply yum, apt, copy. This is the short form, you can use it. But in the long time, actually, whenever you write, you have to write it ansible.builtin.copy. Ansible.builtin.copy. Here also ansible.builtin.yum. Okay, you have to write it. Suppose let me write in this one. Ansible.builtin.copy. It's a very long one, so I wrote the short form only, copy. It will also work. Okay. Now, after this, what you, sorry, here, not Ansible. Done. Ansible.builtin.copy. And similarly, you have to provide the source, destination, and everything. Okay. So you have to just got it. Or whatever space you provide here, you can provide here also. Done. Save this file. See, it is now working. Let's wait. It first install the Apache server and then it will copy the index file to the Apache server. So we can see it is, see, we have two changes now. We have two changes. So we had two tasks executed under this play. One is to install Apache server, the other one the copy index file. So the copy index file has been copied now. If I just go and refresh this file, we'll see what we did not do anything, right? On single server, we just wrote our things and it automatically installed the application and copied and deployed our application there. Similarly, if you have multiple 100 servers, just add the 100 servers in the inventory file and it will install and deploy your applications there. Now you understood how Ansible works, right? With the playbook. This is a very simple playbook. We wrote it. So in our next class, we write more complex playbooks with more details and advanced versions of working with Ansible Galaxy, roles, and Vault, and all these things. Okay. So in next class, we'll see in detail with more details. So guys, the task is for you, sorry, to do practice. Whatever we have learned today, just do practice. Okay. Otherwise, it will not help you anyway. Just do practice. That's all, guys, for today's class. We can meet on